Love is sweeter.
For money and I love is sweeter.
Finish.
I need you by my side, yeah. I need you in my life for one night.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your first time seeing my beautiful face. Hello, my name is Yukiosagiede. I am a YouTuber currently based in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And with me here today, I have a representation of the millennials and the Gen Z generation. So please, can you please introduce yourself, starting from...
Okay, hello guys. My name is Angela.
Hi guys, my name is Jewel, Gen Z. I rep.
Please. Anyway, yes guys, so I'm actually a millennial, but I like to think of myself as the earlier generation.
Whatever. Millennial.
So let's just say Gen Y generation. Okay, so I have a couple of dating questions, and with my 20's series I wanted to bring in other people to get other perspective from different generations. So I'm going to start asking the questions now. How do you know you are in love with someone in a relationship?
How do you know you're in love? So I think it's like different expressions for different people.
Okay.
I mean, just before we got on this YouTube session, I was looking at something online, and I think someone asked a question on Twitter, like, "Oh, guys, how do you know when you're in love?" And some people were saying that, "Oh, butterflies in my tummy. I can't sleep. All I think about is this person." Someone else said that, "Oh, it's just when you feel my head, you feel my thoughts. I just want to be sure that, oh, you're okay, are you safe? Who messed with you today?" So I feel like being in love, will be different things for different people.
It's about your understanding with the other person, because how much do you understand this person? How far are you willing to go to please this person? You show love through your actions, through your behavior, your thoughts. So you might actually feel butterflies in your tummy, and the weather will just be hot and all those things.
Okay.
But I also feel like your character, your actions towards this person. Do you do what this person loves? The person does not like doing this. Do you do that, or do you try to make sure that person is happy at all times? So I feel that's one way to know that you love someone. You're willing to go the extra mile.
Next question says, is love ever enough? Is love enough to sustain the marriage long term?
Okay, I'm sure you're looking at me because okay, so guys, I'm married. I've been married for 4 years. 4 years, and honestly, how do I say this now? What you think is love when you get married is different from what you know love to be when you are married, right? Is love enough? The feeling, right? The feeling of love is not enough. For me, I would say that my love for my husband grew because as I spent, each year with him, I mean, love became broader. It was more than how I feel. Do you understand? It now became commitment. I don't know. I mean that I'm like committed to this person. So your commitment just shows you how much more this thing transcends a feeling. Now, to be honest, love is not enough. The feeling of love is not enough.
Comes me, Molowo.
Love is not enough. Love is not enough. And to be honest, love is not even enough, in my opinion, to keep and sustain a marriage, right? You can get the marriage going through, but you need more. You need more to sustain a marriage. And I would even say that friendship, is one of those things, because I won't lie to you, it will come to a point in time where you don't have those butterflies anymore.
Yeah.
Do you understand? See, when I was dating my husband, oh God. It was beating.
No, your heart is not beating again.
You're not beating, but I love the guy die.
Okay.
You understand? No, and that's the truth. Do you understand? Because we become friends, we've grown to know each other. So the feeling of love is not enough. There are other things that would hold the marriage together. There is friendship, there is values. In fact, I feel that values is the one thing that will hold and cement a marriage and keep it long lasting. As long as your values are aligned, your marriage and your relationship will continue to grow stronger. But you can see people, I mean, I don't know if you guys have not seen people who genuinely love each other, but they can't just, it doesn't just work.
Yeah.
They love each
They're
other.
too
But
different.
exactly. And that's because their values are, exactly. So values will sustain your marriage and keep it, not love.
Well, I would say that love is not enough because I don't know anything about marriage, but I know that in relationships, like maybe past relationships that I've been in, like I would feel like, oh, I love this person so much, but maybe the guy is just very annoying, or I can't stand him, or he has this habit that I can't even like I can't accept this. So one would think that, oh, but when you see this guy, you have butterflies in your tummy. You like, I'll see him, I'm like, wow, I really like this guy. But when we have some certain conversations, I hear him say some certain things. I'm like, do you think like this? And I love, like, I would say I love, but like I feel strongly towards this guy, but I can't stand the way he speaks about some things. So I can imagine in a marriage now, you love him, but you're like, I won't say stuck, but you're with this guy for ever. So are you going to say when you're having a conversation, you would say you love him, so you accept what he says? So I don't feel love can sustain a relationship. So you need to have other things in common, other things that you know that you can accept about this person other than love.
Yeah.
Does age matter in a relationship? Okay, let me go first. I mean, okay. I don't really think age is a determinant per se, but then again, there are some women that like really older men, like 10 years older than them, 20 years older than them. Then they start looking at, guys their age, like they're not rich. It also depends on the person. Some people, if you know that you are one that likes a more mature man or a more mature lady, I feel like you should not compromise. Let's say you really like the person, but you know deep down in your heart that this is not the person that you would rather be with if you had the choice. So I feel like age really does matter if we're really talking about it realistically. It actually matters. Although, maturity doesn't really come from your age.
Yeah.
So you can meet a 20-year-old that's like really, really smart and mature. Like since I started living with Jojo, I've noticed how Jewel is very like she's mature.
Yeah.
She doesn't behave like
she got us.
Well, yes. She doesn't behave like her age mates at all. Also, my younger sister.
Well, I would say it's a 50-50 thing. Like it matters and sometimes it doesn't matter. Then I feel for me it's the age gap. So maybe 5 years, maybe okay, I'm a girl now. The guy is 5 years older than me, okay, cool. But when I hear 10 years, 15
20
20 years, I'm like, this is too much. This is too much. And I feel it's better for you to be in a relationship with somebody in your age range. Maybe 10 years max, like you're 20, he's 30. Or you're 20, he's 27, 25, 28. Because there are some things you can't talk about to somebody that is 20 years older than you. Like you're saying okay, like now I'm Gen Z. Everybody knows the way Gen Z people behave. And then I will now go and okay, I'm 20. How am I? I'm going to be 22 in July.
And you're sure you're 20.
Yes. So imagine me going to date a 35-year-old guy. Maybe he's mature and all of that, but there are some things I would say and he will look at me like I'm a child.
Yes.
Like, or he would not understand.
I like to be pampered.
Okay, so what? See, you like to be baby, right? But then the point is, how do you know that he will not just continue to see you as that a baby?
Like you will not live up to expectation, or you not be able to make mature decisions.
Exactly. So this is it, right? I'm going to kind of tilt towards what Joel said. I think for me, age, yeah, is nothing but a number. I think there's even a song to that. What for me is the generational gap. It's the fact that you guys can be in totally different mental headspaces. Like Joel rightly said, I mean, Joel is like Gen Z, right? And then you guys have said that millennials don't even have like a bus stop like forever and ever from my gen. As in,
Yes.
exactly. So they are like the Twitter, Facebook. Okay, no, we are like the Facebook
you got
generation. What's trending now?
Instagram.
Instagram, TikTok. So imagine, you know, waking up to a guy who is. In fact, Facebook generation is still like social media. All he knew was NTA and CNN. And then Joel comes with a ring light and she's like, "Hello guys, welcome to TikTok." And then she's dancing to Booga. Like I don't know if you understand. Exactly. So they can't have a conversation. I mean that's what I think. Do you understand? Tell me one of you people's Gen Z topics now.
Anxiety.
Depression. Do you understand? Depression.
Motivation.
Exactly. There's this even one. My mental
Mental
health.
health. You can't relate.
You know, no, honestly,
Seriously.
I can't.
Your mental health is 100% all the time.
Because what you guys call for us it was grooming and training
Wow.
and yeah.
Wow.
Do you understand? So small thing now you see a Gen Z, my mental health. I can't go to work. The traffic, traffic. That's what's built up. Do you understand? That's what So I mean, we're not even so like far apart, and that's just we girls. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like whether or not you guys are going to date, you people must be sure ready. Do you understand? Be ready for the obstacles because they're gonna be there.
What do you think about finances in a relationship and marriage?
Love is sweet too.
For
money
and
enter, love is
sweeter.
Finish. Let me just tell you.
Exactly.
Money is important. What is important? Money. All the coin important. Better soup.
Na money kill am.
Marriage is responsibility. People just feel like, oh, marry, oh, love. It's a lie. I mean, it's true, but you understand.
Yeah.
There is rent, there is baby, there is what again?
Food,
There's
data,
like John, as in there's
education,
responsibility.
food,
Do you understand?
You have to
Exactly.
look good.
Like so. Yes,
Vacation.
love is interesting, but money just tops it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. It's very important.
she set my mind. Okay, next question says, how does distance affect a relationship or marriage? So
I don't endorse long distance relationships, particularly if you guys have not spent time with each other before you guys. Yeah, same in marriage, right? So it's different if we've been dating. I mean we know each other, we've spent time together, and then something happens. Maybe someone has to relocate or travel for school. At least I've known you. Do you understand? Yeah. But whereby it's that we meet online. I mean I've never seen you. I don't endorse it because I feel like there is a great tendency for us not to really know each other. I mean, to be honest, there are even people who you spend 10 years with and you still don't know them, right? So this during the pandemic where you see like people have like Zoom meetings and then on top they're wearing exactly. So I feel like that's how like long distance relationships are, particularly if you don't know them, because I only hear and see what you want me to see. Do you understand? I don't really know you, right? So the same thing with marriage. I would even say that young couples should even do like this. I mean, life happens, guys. To be honest, But even if you're going to do that as a married couple, I feel like spend the first like 3-5 years together before you guys go apart. So at least you guys have like built the foundation of your relationship.
like if you think the person is worth it and you've seen some qualities, let's say you guys knew each other before you separated or you started living in different places, and you've noticed that this person is very resilient, hardworking, God-fearing, and you've seen all the qualities you want in a man or in a woman, but the only thing that is left is just for you guys to be together, and you guys are working to be together. So would you now say that, oh, okay, for your own needs, which is like physical touch or quality time, you will not be able to just be here for a few months? And also, I feel like it teaches you discipline, because even when you eventually get married, it's not possible that you guys will be in the same place at the same time all the time. So I feel like it teaches you, it depends on the individual. If you think someone is worth it, then you will go the extra mile. And there's technology now to help out, because you guys can.
Technology will not show me your facial expression when you're angry.
Oh yeah, wait. But you guys can like go on dates.
Dates
you know.
how?
Virtual dates now. You can be seeing a movie together. I'm alone in this treasure.
See it. Like I said, I'm not against it. All of this is nice and possible if you guys have known each other before. Exactly. Do you understand? So at least, even if you get a call that this person did something, you know the person, you know his tendencies, and you know that kind of so that's just it for me. That's just it for me.
I still strongly.
Then I even feel like, sorry, love. I even feel like.
Yes, Trina is saying trust.
If
you trust, it doesn't matter. She's my representative. How do you trust the person?
She's the one against you. She's not for you. She's against you.
You guys will be talking now. There's video call. You have to trust the person.
See, another thing that just occurred to me: if you guys are going to go the line of online dating or long distance, then you guys have to have a plan.
Yes.
Somebody must travel down, even if it's once a month. Particularly when you guys are dating. Do you understand?
I feel long distance in a relationship is very risky.
So what you guys are
saying? In marriage, at least you can
even in marriage. I know someone. Yes, is this true life, guys? Is this true life? She got married. A few months after they got married, he had an opportunity to, go abroad. The plan was, relocate. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
Wow.
Exactly. Guess what?
He married
exactly. To secure papers. Do you understand? And they were married. So my own is that even if you guys are married, that's why I even said that for married people, right? They even start early.
Well, like, why did he not communicate to her? Why are people so difficult in communicating?
That's it. But
can't you just say, I will have to
knew him now. Did she not know him? So that's somebody that even knew who she was dating, and that kind of thing happened to her. Imagine now when you don't know the person, now you keep
stressful.
I don't endorse it, me. I'd rather that you know the person first.
To an extent.
Like, let me know your reaction if you're angry. Do you understand? Let me know if you will beat me.
Right.
Whether you throw.
But can't you tell?
Can't you tell over
there? You will know now. You see the signs.
Which signs? Yuki. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, how do you handle friendships of the opposite sex in a relationship or marriage?
To know yourselves, to know your spouses or your spouse, and then you should just have an agreement, right? So, the truth of the matter is that your spouse's buying is actually very important. So it doesn't really matter if I feel like, I can have like male friends. If my spouse is not comfortable, do you understand exactly? Then I just have to compromise, like Idima, initially said. But the truth is, even if your spouse and yourself have like you're okay with it, I feel like it's just safer to have friends that everyone knows. You right? So my husband will know all my male friends, particularly the close ones, and then I would know, all his female friends particularly. And then I think it's also important that we know each other. I mean, we don't have to be like besties, but we have to be cordial. I don't know if you understand. Hey, you can't just show up and say that, I need to know who I'm talking to. Who is she? How do you know her? I don't have a problem with it. I mean, the fact that I'm married doesn't mean that I can't have friends, whether male or female. You get what I mean? Because people are valuable, and they're gonna add value to my life. I just have to, be sure that my partner is comfortable. I also just have to ensure that I don't cross the line.
Boundary.
Exactly. Perfect. That's the word. Do you understand? So there has to be boundary.
But what do you do when you are with this person? What do you do when you're with this friend? So you see something like, oh, he's my friend, but he's carrying you, all this kind of rough play. There are some things you should not allow. Because
Bestie.
yes, bestie. you should number one, you should think of your spouse, your partner. What would this person think about the situation? It might not necessarily be a compromising situation or a bad situation, but maybe your partner does not just like you too close to another guy. You have to try to see things from his own perspective. Like, okay, he doesn't like this, I won't do this. It's part of the love we talked about. You have to decide, like, make a conscious decision and effort to, oh, when I'm with this person is a touchy person. You slap his hand, stop touching me. Do you understand? You might want to be like, but like that's how feelings creep in. That's how you cheat emotionally too. Because you can cheat emotionally, not just physically.
I feel like self-discipline is also important. It goes hand in hand with self-control. Because if you're not disciplined, then you'll be able to fall for anything, whatever it is at all. Just touch you once like this. You don't have goosebumps.
You forget you have a husband.
You forget actually, and just let your flesh take control. So, also very important. So the next question is, how do you handle conflict in a relationship or marriage? Okay, so I'll start. So there are some people in, like, when they're having issues or they are having conflicts with their partners, their language of conflict is withdrawal. So they withdraw themselves from the person, and maybe the other person now is somebody that likes to talk about things, like as it's hot, bring it on the table, serve the rice, let's talk about it. The problem, how do you balance it out? Because like, I want to talk about it, but you don't want to talk about it. You're even giving me space on top. What's the problem? Let's talk now. Am I your enemy?
Okay, so it's as if
Like,
you're throwing
opposite,
shade
yeah.
at me because
Okay.
I'm on that table.
Okay,
Well,
the shoe fits.
I used to be on that table. So, like
Okay.
you said, my husband likes when something happens,
Table
let's
down.
talk about it now.
Hey, so you're the one that is
Me,
so
I want to
withdraw.
process.
What are you processing?
Excuse me. I process. I like to process stuff. So we both had to learn. You understand? He had to understand that, okay, I'm not the kind of person that would want to talk about stuff immediately, and then I had to understand that, girl, you can't process for too long because he's not in your head. So what I'm thinking is processing, he is thinking, committing, is it holy malice? And like, I'm not talking because in the part of processing, we are not
Slamming doors.
exactly and everything. But see, if there's one big thing that I would say that I really appreciate about my relationship with my husband, is that we are very, very big communicators. We talk about stuff. Going to the conversation with love, sometimes you go into the conversation and it becomes heated. You realize that, okay, this thing is not making headway. It's okay to pause that conversation and say that, you know what, we are not making headway. Now might not be a good time to talk. Let's revisit this conversation, but please don't hold things back. Just talk.
It's forever possible. It seems like such a long time, because you know that throughout life you're growing, you're evolving, you're changing, and then having to choose this person to go along with you on the way, you're just praying that, okay, what if I change? What if I need to? Would he be able to accommodate me? So it's forever, like, is it feasible?
It's possible because we've seen people actually do forever.
I think forever is possible too, but I feel it is based on like a few principles. Like number one, this person you are in a relationship with, or you're in a marriage with, or you're about to marry, do you see forever with this person? Is this person's, like, this is not even you ignoring their red flags. This is you bringing in their red flags, the things you don't like. This is you putting it on the table and saying, okay, can I deal with this forever? Can I stay with this person forever? This is before you.
Okay.
So this is you like tabling it and weighing the pros and the cons and like,
Yeah.
okay, I think I can do this. Okay, I think this red flag is too red for me. You are supposed to understand that change is constant.
Definitely.
So you as a person, you will change over the years. Your partner will change over the years. God forbid you cheat on your partner or you leave your partner for someone else. You have to understand that someone else you left your partner for can change. So what are you basing your, like you said, your values on?
Yeah.
If it is the physique of someone else that moves you, you can never do forever.
Just to add to what she said,
Yeah.
both of you have to realize that change is inevitable, and as people are changing or as your spouse is growing, you need to be able to grow with them.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, so that one person doesn't leave the other person behind. Yeah.
Is sex important before marriage? Your perspective.
My perspective, okay. So first of all, I'm a Christian. So my perspective is God's perspective, and what did God say? He says that what's that scripture about leaving the bed undefiled? No sex before the marriage. And by the grace of God, I did it.
Wow. Glory.
Yeah. It's very possible, and God's plan is good. My perspective.
Yeah, that's my perspective because I feel good in the moment, but like after maybe God forbid you break up, like how do you feel like you've left a part of yourself with this person? Like, oh, this person has seen me. Finish. And now
That's
the person is online and is somewhere around the world. Like, oh, I've seen her. Like, it can be demoralizing too.
Yeah.
So like I feel even for you, see, mental health for your mental health, like it's good
Yeah,
for
for
you
your
to,
well-being.
like yes, I think it can. It is very
Yeah.
possible.
And then, right, your partner to also has to be on the same page.
Sure.
That's something. Person is a Christian. You know
That's
that we
a
are all
Christian,
Christians, right? But we are on
yes.
different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? A 1-year-old Christian is not on the same level as a 1-year-old, as a 5-year-old. Do you understand?
But in reality,
Mhm.
how many guys are really willing to be in a relationship without sex?
Well, I wish there was a guy here.
Don't they end up cheating on the partner that is, what's the word?
So
I
that's
think
why
that's
I'm
why
saying
it's
that from the
serious.
beginning.
Yes.
See, I'm not gonna say that the feelings won't come. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because we are saying no, I'm a Christian, God said, then automatically we are now
Yes,
just
the
no.
robots. You
The
feel
point is that that's why from the get-go, before you even date a person, you should have already, had this conversation, understand where this person's mindset is. Because the truth of the matter is that, just understand where this person's mindset is. This kind of conversation cannot be happening when you guys are already dating.
Okay, yeah. Before.
Exactly. Do you understand? It shouldn't be happening when you guys are already, in a relationship. It should be happening before.
to know whether
Exactly. Do you get? So you guys have to be on the same page so that when one person's body begins to, itch, the other person can help to, remind. Exactly.
changing anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not changing you. I'm not trying. Oh, I'm changing. No, we are not doing that.
Yeah.
That's not my work. Two, I want us to understand that when we say compromise, or finding a middle ground, there are some certain things you can't compromise. That is. There's some certain things I can't compromise. If it's jollof rice now, like we're saying,
Exactly.
you can say, okay, fine, I will taste it. But there are some things you can't adjust. That is what makes you.
Right. Some people say that that they can kiss so far as it's not sex, blah blah blah. My own is that from club, Abby.
Yeah, that.
Do you understand? I don't know that anybody that's ever had sex flew or jumped the process of kissing. Exactly. Do you understand?
But how are you sexually attracted to somebody that you have not been sexual with?
Really?
No, but you're just a person and then you feel. I think that is what we say when we say butterflies.
I'm born for you. Let's talk about project. on, girls. We know now.
My existence.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your view on cohabiting before marriage?
And in my opinion, no. You know, already a lot of men have like commitment issues.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you're not moving in with a man. You're already forming a wife. You're already cooking. You're already having sex with him. You're already doing laundry. As in, what's
Why not just marry?
as in what's the motivation for
So
him to not even like put a ring on it? I mean, this might not make sense because there are men who, after you cohabit with them, do you understand? They will still put the ring on it.
So we're not sure.
Exactly. Do you
So are
understand?
you doing that to make them?
Babe, what do you want to eat when you come back? Jollof rice and chicken. Okay, she'll go to the market. Sweating. That's so bad. You don't have car, so she's taking Uber or she's using.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, you have a personal chef. You have a personal laundry man.
Exactly. Personal nights.
What about me? What about my own, like, what I want to do in my
Yeah.
life and all of that?
Yeah.
So, am I just there to take care of you?
Yeah. I mean, this thing is very normal in our generation. You know, there's people don't say anything wrong with it. I mean,
So
we're in a generation where being a baby mama is being
Yes.
celebrated.
Acceptable, yes.
Do you understand? And people, you know, but I mean, we just have to be true to who we are and whose we are. Do you understand? I feel like the fact that it's widely accepted doesn't necessarily mean it's right. My stance is clear on it. Talking about exceptions, in this Nigeria, I don't know that there are exceptions. I know abroad, you know, you see people who are
very
like, oh,
normalized.
you know, we work together, or you know, just to save
It's
money. In fact, that's
expensive,
normal.
yeah.
Do you understand? That's just how, you know, they think and everything. But bringing it down to society, your mother doesn't even want to know that you are living with a boy. You are what? Who? Roommates?
Wow. Who is his mother?
Okori man. You know. So yeah, my view.
If you shorten your relationship
Your courtship
period, your
or,
courtship,
yeah.
like, okay, you love each other, this person will spend the rest of your life with. You're not cutting. What are you cutting for 5 years? 6 years? Marry.
Would like to hear your comments and
Yes,
your views.
yes. So
And we can do part 2.
Yes, so please let us know what you think about this video. Is
Please
there
don't
any-
drag in, no. Don't drag in.
No judging.
We are grown ups.
Just,
Yeah.
just, you know.
So, is there any other thing you'd like us to talk about? I think I've exhausted my questions. One advice to
closing
people out there.
remarks.
Yes.
Please date person you love. And don't try to change anybody. Like,
It's
terrible.
pointless.
Yeah.
Like, people say, when I'm dating him, he will change. It's a lie. Okay, it might change, but it is not your job.
And you can only
Don't
change,
try.
he or she can only change when it's
He's
their
ready.
decision.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
just-
Not because of you, dear.
Then
Exactly.
please, red flag is red flag. Don't say it's looking pink. Me, I'm begging.
Just
I have
begging.
experience. I was like, it's not red like that. It's like baby pink or it's fuchsia pink or it's red. Stay away. Once you see a red flag you can't handle, leave the relationship. Don't try to compromise in some situations where you don't want to compromise. It's red. You know it's red.
Please, if you had something to tell your younger self, what would you tell her?
Do yourself. Love yourself. It's knowing yourself and loving yourself. That's when you know if someone else is worth it, and you know if the love the person is giving you is worth. You know how do you, I don't know if you're you get what I mean.
Yes.
Exactly. Do you understand? You're worth it.
Yes.
So when someone brings
Gives you
you
less.
exactly, you will know that this is less. Do you understand? Yeah. So I feel like that's what I would even tell people, Gen Z. The
I
Gen
roll my
Z.
eyes.
Do you understand? Because I feel like this generation, or most people, they're just in a hurry, you know, to love, to fall in love, to be in love, to be no, as in enjoy your life, know yourself, understand yourself, so that when that person comes, you will know whether this person is really worth it or not. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Iki, for having us.
Thank you. So please, guys, please tell them to subscribe, like, and
Subscribe,
share.
click the like button.
Subscribe,
down
like, share,
below.
click the button down below,
Comment.
comment. Can you see that?
We
I'm a
watch
millennial.
it. You
I'm
can
not
watch it
even
every
familiar
week.
with all of this.
So guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you like to get part 2 of this series, please let me know so I can I'll know what to do. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.